Hello people of YouTube. I thought I would make a quick video titled The Exercise Trap. What the exercise trap is when you become a healthy weight or when you get the all clear to exercise, sometimes anorexia can creep in and basically make you compensate for the amount of food you're eating by making you do a lot of exercise to burn that food off. Or you may not realise it, but you are burning that food off and you're undoing all the hard work you put into your refeeding process or the weight gain process of recovery. But it's not your fault because it's very, very, very easy to slip into this. When I was in quasi-recovery, I used to look at accounts, and this isn't anything bad about them, but there were some accounts that went to the gym every day, they counted macros, they went on 10k runs, but they obviously weren't recovered in their heads, as in the mental side of them wasn't recovered enough for them to be able to exercise without getting obsessed over it. But it's very, very easy to do. But I remember when I was in quasi-recovery, I used to look at those accounts and be like, I don't want to do that. But now I find myself thinking of doing that because I was used to being, because I was in quasi-recovery for so long, I was used to being tiny and frail and underweight. And I wasn't used to having either energy to do exercise, or I wasn't used to having bigger parts of me to focus on and be like, yeah, I need to do exercise because I need to make those toned, or I need to make them not as big. But the thing is, I don't see that maybe my legs aren't that big, and maybe my arms aren't that big. So maybe doing all this biking or doing all this running or whatever you do to try and target those areas, they don't need to be done most of the time. Because we aren't big, and a lot of us think we are big and that we need to tone all these areas up. When in reality, sometimes if we do that, it just causes more damage to our organs because we may not be fully recovered yet to do that. It may cause more damage to those parts of our body and make them more bloated, or make weight redistribution not happen as quickly or not happen as effectively because we're still putting strain on those muscles. Because maybe if we'd have just not done any exercise at a healthy weight and just helped ourselves by trying not to be obsessed with exercising once we have the energy to be exercising at a healthy weight, maybe our weight would go from our lower stomachs or our lower body and go and redistribute all around us because we're not putting any extra strain on those muscles. But obviously I'm not a doctor, so I don't know these things. It's just what I think sometimes. And I think a lot of people do get annoyed at these accounts, but the thing is, it's easy to do. It's really, really easy to do. Because if you're a healthy weight, your mind might just think, well, why not? Why not do some exercise to tone up those parts? But sometimes we might be doing more damage than we realise to our metabolisms, to our mind, because the mental side is going to get attached to that very quickly. It's like scales, but in a different way of being obsessed. Of if you can somehow eat, 2,500 calories, but then burn off 1,000 of those. I don't know how it really works, to be honest. I'm not very clever at the whole exercise type stuff. But say you can burn 1,000 calories of those, you've still got like a deficit. So you're still losing weight or maintaining your weight. But that doesn't help, because if you're a normal person who just ate intuitively, then you would be at your set point. So this probably doesn't make any sense, but what I'm trying to say is, if that person who was burning a deficit suddenly relaxed and started eating intuitively, their body would just yo-yo up to their set point because they're not used to it, because they've been handling their body in such a calculated way, and maybe that would be such a shock to them that would lead to them, relapsing or something terrible where they relapse so badly that they end up in hospital. So badly. Every relapse is bad. But sometimes I think we do need to take a step back and think, are we doing what's right for our brain? Are we doing what's right for our body? Do we sometimes need to think, maybe I don't need to tone up because I'm perfect as I am? Because at the end of the day, we are recovering from illnesses that distort our vision and change what we see and distort what people say to us as into being something bad. And maybe we just need to try and accept ourselves first for a bit. I mean, I'm not saying don't do any exercise at all, because that's just stupid. But I mean, be careful not to fall into the exercise trap, because it is a very dangerous thing. I mean, exercising releases endorphins, so if it's like, I don't know, a walk with your family, that's fair enough, because that's normal. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes when we obsess over exercise and we obsess over toning these tiny, in reality, they're tiny, minuscule parts of ourselves. But maybe we need to take a step back and think, maybe they're not that bad after all. Because seriously, if we were really big, or we were really fat in our heads, we would be being told about it. Because we're not overweight, we're not fat. We have an illness that distorts our vision, and we're all beautiful no matter what weight we are. So yeah, that was just a quick ramble thing, and I just thought I'd talk about it because it's something I felt quite strongly about, because I feel like I've been thinking about exercise a lot. And yeah, I exercise sometimes, but only when I want to, and I make myself stop when I want to. I mean, yeah, and it's really easy to do, because I have felt myself slipping into, oh, I've done 30 minutes of this Wii Fit game, might as well do another 30 minutes to burn a little bit more. But I know it's not me talking, and maybe I need to work on that. But yeah, I just thought this might help some of you. So thank you for listening. Bye!